Russ Evans with you, Golf Exchange, presented by the Honda Classic, making our way towards 11 o'clock. Thank you so much for joining us. And on the line now is a good friend of the program, T.J. Shewart, the founder of the South Florida Amateur Golf Tour, a two-time Broward Amateur champion. He played his college golf at Loyola University in Maryland. TJ, good morning to you. Happy holidays. Thanks so much for joining us.
Hey, Russ. How are you? Good to be with you again, and thanks for having me on the program.
Absolutely. So you're coming off a very successful inaugural season of the South Florida Amateur Golf Tour. Debuted this past February 2012. You held 9 events, pretty much one every month at very prestigious courses in South Florida, and of course the mission was growing competitive amateur golf in South Florida.
Absolutely, yeah. We had a great first year. A lot to like, a lot of momentum as we move forward towards our second season. Basically, we went through, as I told you last time when we spoke, we went through a pretty exhaustive research process, talked to a lot of folks, golfers in the community, general managers, directors of golf, and really got a good feel for what the market was like. And, there's a void down here. A lot of people know that, and I was one of them, and I thought I was a person that had enough relationships in the area and in the golf business to go ahead and get started with this. So an exciting first year. We got a lot of new players as the events and the season wore on. A lot of positive feedback, a lot of support from various avenues in the golf business and in the golf community down here. And we're obviously excited about moving forward to next year as well.
Yeah, the model for your events were one-day, 18-hole stroke play tournaments held on weekends. You had a championship division. You also had multiple flights with players with handicaps. The competitions were held in a gross medal play format. Your venues included TPC Eagle Trace, Parkland Golf and Country Club, Jacaranda, Grand Oaks, and the club at Emerald Hills. So top-notch tracks for sure. What did your tournaments look like? How many players on average? Where did they come from? And what kind of feedback did you get from the players?
One of the beauties of this tour, in our first year, we kind of stayed pretty central. As you could tell with the courses, we were mostly in Broward, and we liked that because we could get folks from the north, folks from the south. We had people coming, over from Naples to play, or people that were coming down on vacation as well. So we did pull from a lot of areas. As far as the numbers, we had to keep our expectations pretty tempered. It was our first year, and we were hoping to continue to just grow this over time. So we were in that 15 to 23 range with the one-day events throughout the year, and we're optimistic that number can continue to grow. But the bottom line is, whether you're competing against 10 players, 20 players, or 80 players, you still get that environment, that tournament experience. So there's certainly a lot to like there. And whether it was young guys, high school guys, college-age guys, middle-aged folks, even some senior players, we really kind of ran a pretty broad spectrum of players down here in South Florida. The beauty of our tour is it really does attract a lot of different folks, and we're excited about that as well. So we knew we were, getting started and going to have to take time to grow this tour, but, fortunately for us, the start we're happy with, and I'm excited moving forward to know that we've got a good foundation in this first year in 2012, and 2013 will only be better.
Good stuff. Russ Evans with you, Golf Exchange Radio, joined on the line by T.J. Shewart, two-time Broward Amateur champion, played his college golf at Loyola University in Maryland, and he is the founder of the South Florida Amateur Golf Tour, coming off the inaugural season in 2012. 9 events were held, venues including TPC Eagle Trace, Parkland Golf and Country Club, and Grand Oaks Golf Club in Davie. And now, TJ, as you've got this year under your belt, you move ahead to year number 2 in 2013. What are you looking forward to next season?
Yeah, absolutely. The first year was certainly the most challenging year. This is a new tour, and exposure was, fairly limited, so it was very much a word-of-mouth thing, social media, websites, and it's kind of a groundswell approach. People come out and they tell their friends, and so, you have to understand that it'll take time. So all you can do is continue to run good events, continue to schedule great courses, treat your players very well, and just create an enjoyable environment, and know that the rest will take care of itself. So we're really happy that we were able to get through that. As we move forward now, we've got the momentum. We've got, a database of players. We've got people visiting our website, people emailing and reaching out to us as they're just coming to learn of this tour as the year's coming to an end. And so we're excited to take that to 2013, and everything will be very, very similar to 2012, just, a little bigger and better. We're going to start probably late February, early March. And we'll go with that same model with the monthly events on Saturdays. So every 3 to 4 weeks we'll have an event. Of course, the golf courses we've touched on in this conversation, and I can't emphasize enough how huge that is to the success of this tour and the attraction to getting new players. I mean, we're just going to the best courses, and for a variety of reasons, we've been fortunate enough to schedule those courses, and we've done well. They've invited us back. We went to multiple courses twice in the first year, and we'll touch on those courses again next year. And then we'll bring in some new courses to the fold as we look down maybe south or up north a little more. But we like the central location we've been in so far. So absolutely, more exposure, more players, increased interest from, affiliates and partners and sponsors in the golf business down here. All those things are an integral part of our success. And we'll continue to run great events and build the word. And, our motto is to be the authentic local resource for competitive golf down here. And slowly but surely we're working our way toward that.
It's fabulous. Looking forward to a successful 2013, TJ, for sure. For more information, listeners who want to find out more, how do they do that? Website, phone number, and then also social media.
So SFAmtour, as in South Florida Amtour.com, is the website. That'll give you all the information you need. Of course, we're on Facebook at South Florida Amateur Golf Tour, and we're also in the Twitter world as well at SFLAGT. But website is the primary resource, so SFAmtour.com on the website, Russ.
All right, SFAmtour.com is the website. You can follow them on Twitter at SFLAGT, and also check out their Facebook page, South Florida Amateur Golf Tour. I'm talking with TJ Shewart, who's the founder of the South Florida Amateur Golf Tour. Russ Evans with you. Golf Exchange presented by the Honda Classic. TJ, a very accomplished golfer in his own right. Played his college golf at Loyola University in Maryland, a two-time Broward Amateur champion. Almost made it 3, TJ. You won the tournament in 2005 and then again last year in 2011, and you had the second-round lead this year in the 2012 tournament, but unfortunately couldn't close the deal, but I know you played well.
I appreciate that, Russ. You play a lot of amateur golf, and you're fortunate enough to, elevate your game and play well in tournament competition. You're bound to have some of these close calls that don't go your way. And it was a long term and a great event. Defending a title is never easy. I was glad to play 3 great days of golf and be back in contention. At the end of the day, didn't hold a lot of putts, and my competition did, and kudos to them for that. And we came right down to the wire. It was a pretty riveting finish, and golf gives me a lot of great experiences, and it's bound to give me some tough defeats, and so I'll learn from that. And amateur golf is my life. I'm a career amateur. I love it, and it's just a big part of who I am and what I do. So I held my head up high, and I know I'll be back at that tournament in future years.
TJ, do you have some personal competitive goals for 2013? Maybe the U.S. Amateur, maybe qualifying perhaps for a U.S. Open?
I've always stressed as being a career amateur that really the USGA is the pinnacle of success for me. So I'll go back, as I have before. I've been fortunate enough to make it to 7 USGA events. So I'll go back out for the U.S. Amateur, the U.S. Mid-Amateur, and of course the U.S. Pub Links. U.S. Amateur being the prized possession for me there. And I look into the U.S. Open qualifiers as well. Those are good experiences to get in the mix and sometimes play with guys that are professionals. It only makes you better. And, of course, success on the state level. Again, had a nice year in 2012 with, being lucky enough to win the Florida State Public Links Championship, which was down here in June. And so looking to just continue to elevate myself in state amateur competitions and, be one of the guys that's perennially in the mix with those events as well.
Well, good luck next year individually in 2013 as you compete in those different events. And also, of course, good luck in year number 2 of running the South Florida Amateur Golf Tour. Again, looking forward to about 9 or 10 events, 1 per month next year on Saturdays, 18-hole stroke play events. The venues are phenomenal. Some of the best courses in South Florida, TPC Eagle Trace, Parkland Golf and Country Club, Jacaranda Golf Club, Grand Oaks and Davie, and the club at Emerald Hills in Hollywood, just to name a few. For more information, the website sfamtour.com. You can follow them on Twitter, SFLAGT, on Twitter at SFLAGT, and like their Facebook page as well. Check them out on Facebook, South Florida Amateur Golf Tour. TJ Shewart has been our guest. TJ, as always, thank you so much for the time. Happy holidays to you, and we'll talk to you again in 2013.
Thanks again for having me on, Russ. Enjoy the program. I do appreciate it.